Hello and welcome back to FIFA Manager 2020 here on Rawslowgaming, and we are playing Bath City, of course, as ever, and we're still stuck here trying to get out of Venera National League South in our fourth season or something like that in the league. We're finally kinda competitive if we're looking in just team rating and everything like that. But we have had, a poor start to the season. But that is quite a lot my own fault, since we had, only top clubs meeting in the preseason against Manchester United 2 times and Manchester City 1 time and Liverpool or something like that, just to get in a little bit of extra cash. Might not do that the next season. But sure, our team rating here should be able to go a bit higher. We should be able to reach around 550. And sure, you see here it's 17th best in the league, so not really competitive, but it's a very close sort of league in that aspect. So to say that it's very close in the team ratings. So if we press here and we get better, we don't get better because we have more injuries. Wow, we got so many injuries, and it was a while since I played this, actually. So didn't know we had this many injuries. At least a lot of them will be back pretty soon. But oh boy, Brandt is out for like forever. That's not good at all. But well, we do have Tishara and Stacha, so that's alright. And Guttridge is out for a long time also. That's also sort of alright since we have Bauer. Bauer is more important. Bauer and Beal. Beal isn't super important, but Bauer is back pretty soon. Simpson also not super important, but quite important. And Stern here, not super important either, but pretty important. Ostrom here, actually pretty decent left midfielder. So saving us quite a bit there. But yeah, we need to up some players from the reserves here for sure. So let's see here. Colin Thomas. Action move to the first team. Let's do that for 2 weeks. That's probably going to be needed for sure. We can do that to Morton as well here. And then we need some midfielders. So we'll do that for both these guys, if we can. Yeah, we can. And doing no strikers is what we had, so that's no problem. Alright, so full bench and 2 of each role and a goalkeeper. That should be fine. Reserves, you can fix that. It's fine. So yeah, we're not in a good position with injuries here also for the season. So that's not too good. But oh well. And if you hear my clicking mouse, it's quite loud actually. Might some time be able to switch to a different mouse that is not so loud. But it's also quite nice with the very obvious clicking noise. Not nice, but noise. Yeah, we will not really talk to Simpson here again at the moment. I think we'll wait a bit with that. Crosses, how are your crosses? You can say to improve that. Crossing is decent, but could be better in air is the next. We could. Jumping, yeah, that's pretty poor. Really? Yeah, I think we'll tell him to be better in air there. Then should be no problem. Yeah, headers. It's more than jumping, of course. I should have looked for headers if I were thinking straight, but I guess I weren't. Right, so we'll sign here at 3K per board. That's our target. And it was for 3 years, so that's pretty nice, actually, in a way. We'll continue here. Assistant manager. And we can do 3D match, but we'll do instant result here for this first match. Our team rating down to 518 versus Chippenham Town's 523. And we are in quite good current form, and season so far is all right-ish. So we'll go in and tell them to fight for every ball and hope that we can get a good result. Unfortunately, we get a goal against us here in the 11th minute. And another just before the end of the first half, but actually managed to get in a reduction ourselves also before the end of the first half. So the scoreline after one half is 1-2 for Bath City versus Chippenham Town. Definitely could do better, but looks like the players actually have been playing all right. If we're looking at the stats, and we'll say that I know you can do better. Atmosphere at 10, teamwork 71, so sort of all right, but not great. But hopefully they can come back and be stronger here in the second half. But it doesn't seem like the case, even though, yeah, the same result actually in the second half. 1-2 for Chippenham Town, so, or for Bassett versus Chippenham Town. So total score after full time is 2-4 for Bassett versus Chippenham Town, and unfortunately another loss, and not that great performance by the players in the end. Shots 2-6, shots on target 0-6, chances 5-9, and position 39-61%. So definitely not a good game. I'm pretty impressed though that they made 2 goals without any shots on target. That's impressive by me at least. And that game brought us down to 18th place in the league, which is, well, obviously not good at all. And yeah, we will be struggling this year as well. I don't see any real chance of us being promoted this year either, as things stand at the moment at least. But we do have, of course, scouts now, and a lot more things going for us, and a lot more stuff going for us. So we are still in the build-up phase, so to say, now that we are pretty stable financially and everything like that. So we are still working to find our way around things. And we are especially important to work on the youth area to get in as good youth players as possible, and try to use that to our advantage to get up our youth academy really, and everything around it. So next year against Braintree Town, and I don't think we have anyone really that is fit still here. Well, we have Simpson, so he's at least on the bench. He really should be playing, but Simple here is, well, in decent form, I guess. Decent fitness as well. Simpson definitely lacking quite a lot of fitness, so I understand why we're playing Simple instead of Simpson. But we want to to play Simpson as soon as possible. But that's all right. So I said we're really waiting on Beal here and Bauer to sort this out. That is quite poor, and Stern as well, sort of. We really need a new left midfielder, or a left winger rather. So probably need to do atmosphere kind of event pretty soon again. So he wants to improve. He's been improving decently. So let's check what more he had for goals. Not to play in an attacking team doesn't really matter. Wants to improve, wants to play in an attacking team. We can try and say to him to set higher objectives, since he is improving, so to say. Finally worked out how that really works. Apparently we got an offer from Wrexham, and the players are skeptical about us not listening into Wrexham, but all right. Well, you're not going to get to play, really. You're too bad, no matter what. Let's have a look here on the transfer market. We don't want to look at all. We want to look at a left midfielder, and we want not buy. We want to loan a player. But sure, Junior Mondel here is a player that we could buy, but I don't think, exactly, absolutely max. Then it's no reason at all for us to sign him, because we will not max out our financial limit. And we'll do another instant result for this match, and we'll do 3 match for the next match, I think. And our team rating now down to 514, so pretty poor, and there's 546. Should have had a look on the scouting there again, of course, but we'll do that straight after match, if I remember. And we'll say get out there and keep it simple, and hopefully can do decent. Just as I'm saying that in almost every match, at least when we're doing instant result, we always get a goal against us. So the scoreline here after one half is 0-2 for Bassett versus Braintree Town. And overall, bad performance really by the players. Connolly having a bad game, but Batten apparently having a perfect game. And also just play like we practice in training. Atmosphere have a drop to 7. And some team talk there got it up to 9. Teamwork at 75. So definitely going to have a look straight after in the calendar also to see when we last had some sort of atmosphere boosting, team atmosphere boosting thing, because we need another one, I would think. So players still playing pretty poor here overall. Connolly and Ostrom both at 5 in rating here, and the full-time result for Bassett versus Braintree Town is 0-2. Shots at 2-6, shots on target 1-4, chances 3-8, and possession 40-60%. So definitely a well-deserved win for Braintree Town. And we're dropping yet another place down to 19th place. And 10 points off from a playoff spot. And we're probably soon-ish losing another place in sports. I don't remember if we actually did get the contract prolonged or not. I don't think we have, but we'll see. It's runs on until the next match. Sort of irritating sometimes, but sometimes all right. But anyway, we need to have a look here on scouting, youth scouting. So short things. But anyway, we'll set that for 3 days, and yeah, I know everything needs renovating, but it costs too much. Really, or rather, I don't have any budget for it. How bad is it in the financial status, MISC infrastructure, reserves? I guess we could do that, but don't really want to do that at the moment. And what calendar? Yeah, we were going to see when were our last atmosphere thingy. Yeah, it was about a month ago, so we will see how we will do in this match. If we are having a bad match here and against Woking, we will for sure have another event. But we will see. So a lot of players now should be a bit fit at least. So hopefully we'll be able to up our team quite a bit. Well, up to 520 only, but still better than before. We got who did we got back? I don't know. Well, Bauer still ailing and Stern still ailing, so they didn't really get back, but Beal got back. So that's good at least, I guess. Simpson, no fitness really, so Simple, Moraine. We will play Simpson here just to try and get him back. We should talk to our players more, so we will do that. Well, you're too old to get a long-term contract. That's just not going to happen. So, what are we going to say to you? Perfect shape? Well, you're ailing, so doesn't really matter. We will just say nonsense to him, really. Well, I can't really talk about the lack of morale. Well, I can, but I don't know what to say, so to say. And we know that. As said, we will do this match in 3D mode, so look forward to that. And we'll load it up here. And as said, 3D match. Our team rating up to 519 versus Dorking Wanderers 526. And yeah, it should be a pretty close match. We are 19th and 18th in the league. They have had a good season so far, better than us, and are in good current form, unfortunately. But we are playing at home, so hopefully we can do good. We will say we can win. While we're waiting for the game to load here and everything, remember to smash that like button if you're enjoying the show, the episode, and everything like that, so to say. If you have any questions, ideas for me, how to play the game better or anything, or a suggestion to improve Bath City and everything like that, leave a comment. I read everything and take everything into consideration. And if you haven't done so yet and want to follow along on our journey towards Premier League and beyond, you should hit that subscribe button. And while you're doing that, you can also hit that notification bell if you want to be super duper sure of not missing out on any content that we upload here pretty much daily to the channel. And lastly, before we get this match started, well, it's about to get started here, but last thing also, if you're interested in how you can get the FIFA Manager updated to 2020, there's a mod for it that I've installed to get it up to date, and I have a tutorial on how you can get it up to date on my channel. Link is in the description. Also, if you just search for how to install FIFA Manager 2020 on YouTube or anywhere else, you should probably get to the video. With that said, let's focus on the match here. So we will go with the highlights this time around.
He is so cool in front of goal.
So we will not know if it's a goal, but there is a goal. We take the lead in the 9th minute there by Dishar, and what a goal! Bicycle kick straight down at the root of the post. Very impressive there, actually. And well, that looked like the same replay, but maybe that were another goal. I don't know. Felt like the game moved on a lot, at least. And now we get a replay. Replay for what? For the goal again? Well, that highlight is just so strange. Yeah, we're still in the 8th minute. So we got a replay there again on it. Very strange. And for some reason the match speed got down to 1. Well, let's up it to 4 and hope that it will work out.
Keep it down with that.
Don't understand that highlight at all, but I guess there was a yellow card for a Dorking Wanderers player there, Axel Danielsen.
Oh, that wasn't too far away. Chance here. He scored!
And a goal here for Dorking Wanderers, unfortunately. So all equal and now. Unfortunately, as said, in this game. Stats is looking pretty good though for us so far, but shame there that we got that goal against us, so to say. And nothing too much happening here at the moment for quite a few minutes. So also if you're playing the game yourself, and I would love to hear your story, how you're playing the game. Oh, so close there. If you're playing a lower league club like I am, trying to get to the top, or if you're doing a German series or whatever you're doing.
No problem for the keeper.
Would be very interesting to hear how you're playing the game and what you think of it, and maybe how you're thinking about FIFA Manager 2020 or whatever version of it versus Football Manager. I myself think both games are great, really. I have definitely quite a few features that I really prefer in FIFA Manager, and quite a few features that I definitely prefer in Football Manager as well. So both way. Atmosphere up to 13 here somehow. Don't understand why, since we lost last match and atmosphere should have dropped pretty badly and everything. Teamwork up to 74. So hopefully we can do something good here. We should be able to do something good. Should be able to win this match, really, is what I'm saying. And I will be quite disappointed if we don't do, really.
Can he deliver? Too close to the goalkeeper.
Come on. Another cross that were just caught by the keeper.
Finding their men well, aren't they?
Oh, why are you shooting there? You had 3 players inside of you.
On ceremony. Who's
frustrating. Really frustrating. But yeah, the chances definitely seem to be pretty much for Bath City. But as I'm saying that, of course, Dorking Wanderers come there, but that chance were nothing really. we're thinking that the match speed were back down to ×1 again, but no, it's still ×4. Sometimes it's like this when you're doing highlights or this real match. You feel like the game drags on forever, at least I think. Especially with highlights or, well, doesn't really matter what, but sometimes it's taking so long time to get through the match. Oh, come on, please let us get in with a goal and win this match. We really need to win this.
Well, that's a good pass. And the referee, whichever way you look at it, that's fine defending.
So 10 minutes to go here, or less than 10 minutes, 5 minutes plus extra time. And so far,
past his own keeper.
No winning goal in sight. But maybe here it is. And I wouldn't say it's offside or anything. Yeah, an own goal there. Yeah, an own goal. Street own goal, 8 meters. Yeah, all right. So no more highlights. No, don't. All right, yeah, you can do that. That's totally fine. Murder players now. Yeah, I said murder them. Yeah, we did it. And what a goal there in the first half by Tishara.
Wasn't the delivery that was needed, was it? Oh, how unlucky!
Really, really great win for us. And for all our players playing decently well, actually. Simpson getting a red card there, which is a bit of a shame, but I guess he will sort of be happy that he played the whole match at least and started and everything like that. So the end result for Bassett versus Dorking Wanderers is 2-1. Shots 6-4. Shots on target 1-2. Shots on target 5-2. No, shots off target. We don't really need to read that. Chances 6-4 and position 60-40%. So well a deserved win, I would say. And that brought us up to 18th place, just past Dorking Wanderers, and 9 points off from a playoff spot. So we aren't totally out of reaching a playoff spot. We aren't, but it feels like it's a long way to get up there. We say that we select the team and not the media, because, well, that's the only proper answer to a question like that, in my opinion, at least. So we'll try to stop, and it actually stopped here. So that's good. Team Loic, Batten, moves to reserves. Yeah, it should be all right. And let's have a scouting here. Oh, 2 days still. So you will watch 2 days still. So for now, definitely don't feel like we need an atmosphere boost. So we'll stop here on the it stops on the 27th. So hopefully we have our players not ailing anymore. Craig out for 2 days and fit again. All right, so nothing to really worry about. But yeah, hopefully we don't have any real players ailing now or anything like that. So we are more our usual squad or our first team squad here for the match against Woking, because we really need to get our players back. Fitness here, 528, sort of tells a story of a bit better at least. Simpson up to 46, so yeah, Simpson will play you again here instead of Semple. 539, and definitely better. 2 players short here, so we're actually short on strikers. We have decent strikers there though, so that's not a real problem. But we don't have any strikers in the reserves or on the bench, so we'll move Williams here to first team for 1 week. And can't do that with you. And I think that will have to be enough, basically. And we will switch in Simpson instead of Simple again. And our team rating up now to 539, so better to more of a basic level where it should be. We'll have a look here on scouting again. Sorry, that was my stomach growling for, well, food, I guess. Or a lunch, rather. It's about lunchtime here, so might go and have a lunch. Well, I will definitely pretty much have a lunch after this is recorded. So what should we do with you, Kjartan? How are you developing? Half decent, to be fair. So, his fitness training, wants to improve, wants to play in a defensive approach. Well, you can probably be better in a lot of places. We are alright. You can't have a player who doesn't speak any language which the others understand. You must do something about this. Right? Who do I have that isn't speaking anything else? Is it Ostrom? How do I see that? $24,000 per year. Well, we are not affording that. How can I see what language they are speaking? Well, yeah, they're Swedish only, which is really strange from Ostrom that is only speaking Swedish. That's not usually the case for any Swede, I would say, since I'm one myself. You're definitely going to be able to speak English without any real problems. Otherwise, it's really strange, to be honest. Urgently searching for a midfielder. Well, I would say a left winger is very high on our wish list for sure. And a right back, that's our 2 weak spots. Other than that, it's decent actually. And speaking of that, we should probably have our first look on the contracts here at the moment, or soon. But we will have a first look for the year on the contracts. This season, level here. So Schultz, of course, is on loan, so it doesn't really matter. Craig here, level 50. And you're developing, not really, but we still want to hold you in the club. So contract talk here. Yeah, he's fine with that. Let's do a suggestion. And we can actually get his wage down a bit, it would seem. And you can get the same appearance money. That's fine by me. If we can lower your wage a fair bit. 3k would be good, but 3.1 is alright. We'll make the offer. Hopefully he will agree, since it was an acceptable contract, so I think that shouldn't be any real problems. Brunt, you are probably losing a fair bit, or going to lose a fair bit here from his injury, but actually not the case so far, at least. But his injury for 20 more weeks, so we'll just, oh yeah, that's not going to happen really. Yeah, So we'll deal with that later. For sure, Ostrom, Stern. We don't really seem to have any players that are really key to prolong the contract, so to say. I just will have a look here. Yeah, you're actually in the youth department, so we have no real concern about losing any key players for next season. We have Stern, of course, being sort of a key player, but he's old really, so we want a replacement rather than keeping on. Schultz is of course also a player that is really key for us at the moment, but yeah, we can't do too much about that. So we'll just hope for the best, basically. And let's see here, we'll pretty much say the same thing here and give it your best for the match here against Woking. Our team rating 539, 14th in the league. There's 575, third in the league, but they are only in 14th place in the league, so they have had a really bad season so far. But let's see what we can do here. So we actually take the lead here in the 14th minute, but just because I'm saying that, I guess or something, they managed to get back with an equalization here just before the end of the first half. So the scoreline after one half is a 1-1 for Bassett versus Woking. And what should we say? Continue like this? Just how we imagined, or just play like we practice in training? I think that one, because that one is the safe bet. Atmosphere 13, so really good teamwork, down to 69. Guess that's due to having some of our regular players back, which haven't been playing for a fair bit. So if we're able to hold a 1-1 here, I would take that as a win, but we actually get a win because Stern gets in with a goal in the 90th minute. So the full-time result for Bassett versus Woking is 2-1. And what a game for us here, really. Taking advantage of poor-formed Woking. We should look here on the stats. Nothing really special, but stable performance by the lads. That is, speaking of the FIFA Manager versus Football Manager, this is one of the areas where FIFA Manager is really poor. The rating on the players only showing full numbers between 1 and 10, and well, really 6 and 7 is, well, stable, I guess, sort of. But there is just a few nuances to know how they're actually performing, I would say, with that. So really prefer Football Manager, where you have decimals for each number, so basically 1 to 100, even though it's just 1 to 10 there also, but with increments of 0.1, which make it 100. Well, you understand. No matter what, as said, the result for Bassett versus Woking is 2-1. The shots at 2-5, shots on target 2-1, chances 2-10, and possession 40-60%. So definitely not a well-deserved win as such, but we'll take it gladly. And that moves us up to 17th place in the league, and actually just 8 points off from a playoff spot. So really, really great there for us. And again, I will just say to the media that we are selecting the team and not them. Don't care anything about the media at all. And I think we will end the episode pretty much here. Just as we... Did I forget the scouting again? I guess I did. So let's have a look on that actually. Scouting... No, actually not. What more? Should we do anything more? No, I think I said that is going to be it. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time here on the channel. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye. You have been watching Rawslowgaming, and I hope you have enjoyed. On clicking on the video on the left, you will see the next video in this series, and on the right, our latest upload to the channel. And with that said, thank you again for watching.